In my previous video, I showed how to visualize sales growth versus the previous year using the TopN versus others pattern from SQL BI and the database approach inspired by FOMI. If you haven't seen that video, you can find the link in the top right corner and in the description below. In today's tutorial, I will hand it over to my friend Adam, a data professional, who has another great idea on how to visualize TopN versus others results. But first, let's roll the intro. Hello and welcome to BI-Lingual Analytics. My name is Roland and I'm here to guide you through the world of Power BI. If this is your first time around here, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. By doing so, you won't miss any of my Power BI videos. It means a lot to me and helps others to find content like this. Before sharing my tutorial online, I floated the idea in our group chat to see if anyone had ever tried something similar. While the answer was no, Adam mentioned that he had an interesting way of showcasing top-end products and the split of sales coming from top-end versus others in a single visualization. I loved it and asked if he would be willing to share how he did it. Luckily, he said yes, so today is all about Adam's solution. If you're curious about other great stuff Adam has worked on, make sure to follow him on YouTube and other platforms as well. You can find links to reach out to him in the description box below. And with that said, Adam, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam VEGH. I'm from Hungary and I'm working with data for 15 years. I started as a business analyst. Today I'm building end-to-end data solutions including data engineering and BI. I met with Roland in a Hungarian BI community where we are sharing interesting topics with each other and helping the others to resolve them. In Roland's previous video, you could see how Roland could solve a dynamic top-N calculation and how he could sort all the other values into another category. The challenge that raised my attention is at the visualization part. So you could see here that the other category looks like this in a table format, but if we are changing it to a more better visualization like a column or a bar chart, the other category is very, very big and it's really stealing the emphasis from the top-N values and the comparison of the top-N values. So what I was thinking about and what my idea was, what if we are not showing the nominal value of the other chart, but instead we are showing the ratio of the top-N versus the entire value of the products, something like this. That's what I would like to explain to you step by step how you can get it. So let's start from the beginning. Here you can see the table format and the solution that Roland has created. We can dynamically change the top-N here in the filter, and the others are on this row changing accordingly. So first of all, what we need is to create the necessary measures. We will use actually 3 measures for that. One will show the sales value for the top-N products, and we will have the 2 ratio values. The ratio of the top-N products and the ratio of the others, and the total of these 2 ratio values will be identical as the biggest value, the top 1 products. That's how in our ultimate chart it will be equivalent to that. Okay, so let's start with the measures. First we will create a measure. It's called the sales amount top-N. So sales amount top-N. It will be a pretty easy calculation. We will use the sales amount that Roland has used. It's actually the sales amount. And what we will need, that we would like to filter the product, and the product name should not be equivalent to the others. That's how we can filter out others from this section. So that's we can format it. It's a currency. we can use this amount for the chart instead of the current year-to-date amount, and we can start to change the visualization to bar chart or column chart. Okay, so here we can see the top N values. It's good, it's working well if we are changing the top N calculations. The next part is to create the ratios. For the ratio calculation, we will start with the top N ratio versus others. So for that, we will call it top N ratio versus all. And we will create, it will be a little bit more complex measure, but all the other measures that we will create after that will be pretty similar for that. So first of all, I will create that what is the maximum sales, so the top N sales amount. For that, this will be the maximum sales amount that will be equivalent to, we will create a measure with a summarize function, all product names by product name. We will add the sales, that will be the sales amount if the product name is not equivalent to others, because definitely others category is the biggest value, but we want to have the first real product and not the other product for this measure. Okay, this is it, and we will use the sales here. That will be our maximum amount. The next thing that we will create is the other sales amount, that how much is the amount of the other category. This is pretty similar that we will do here. Product names. We will use the sales here, and here we will have the pretty similar thing, but here it should be equivalent to others, because here we would like to visualize others, and we will need the sales amount for that. Sales. Okay, and the last variable that we need is the all sales amount, that is the global sales amount that we need. The calculate sales amount, and we need it for all product names. And the last step that we would like to do here, so this is the top N versus others. We are doing an if the selected value of the product names is not equivalent to others. I'm sorry, if this is equivalent to others, because if we are visualizing others, we don't want to show the nominal value, but we would like to show this equation, that the maximum sales, okay, the maximum sales amount, that will be the size of the column, but we would like to divide it by the ratio of the all sales amount minus other sales amount, and divided by the all sales amount. So this will be the ratio of the top N products versus the full sales amount. Okay. So that's the first one. Basically, we could create the pretty same thing for our next measure, that will be the others ratio versus all. And the only thing that we need to do is to delete the all sales amount minus, and really just keep the other sales amount, divided it by all the sales, and multiply it by the maximum sales amount. Here we have our two new measures that we need for this chart, and basically what we can do is just to add those charts. I'm changing the chart to this one, so a stack bar chart, and I'm adding these two new values on the top of that. Here you can see that for the others category, we now see those two things. just now for a very minor customization is to, okay, where are the bars? Here are the bars. Here's the layout. I'm checking the colors. And for the top N, we will use the same color as for the top N values. And for the others, we will use a gray chart. Okay, so now we are very close to our final solution that we want to achieve. The only other thing that we need is some minor formatting actions that we can apply. Let's take a look at them. First of all, let's change the chart, and instead of having this column chart, stack column chart, we can do the line and clustered column chart, actually the line and stacked column chart that we can use. So that will be the final look of the table. So the first thing that we will do, that we will duplicate these measures, and actually these are showing nominal values, but instead of nominal values, we want to have a percentage value that we can visualize. That will only be the ratio of the top N or the other category versus the all amount. So that will be a percentage. We can format it to 1 decimal. We are doing it the same with the others ratio. We are just copying the measure, adding to the new one, adding the percentage, and deleting the nominal value part of that. It also will be a percentage, and with 1. And the last measure that we will need for this solution will be the top 1. I will show you why we will need that, but now we can create this top 1 sales. This measure will contain that how much is the top products sales only. Okay, so first of all, ranking and sales, we will create a table with the rankings and sales with a summarize, all product names, actually just a table, product name, and we will need here the ranking, and we will need here the sales. Amount just as before, and we would like to refine the maximum sales from this table, filtering by the ranking and sales table where the ranking is equal to 1, and we need the sales. Return the max sales. Okay, so we have all the measures that we need. So first of all, what we need to do, that we don't want to see these nominal values, so we can change it within the chart in the data labels. So going to the top N ratio, instead of having the nominal value, we can change it to a percentage value. We can do it the same for the others. In the value, we can change it to the percentage value. Here we can see that it's automatically creating that K. So in the display units, we can set it to known, same as for the top N. If we change it to known, you can see here that now the percentages are showing up very well. And the other thing that we can do is to create a secondary axis for that. So the percentages could show up here in a very nice manner. So for that, what we can do, that we can use the top N ratio all as well, but in the line axis. So here you can see the line axis, actually not this one, but the percentage value. Here you can see the line axis. The only last thing that we need to do is to adjust the scale of this. So if we go to the secondary x-axis, we can set the minimum to 0 and the maximum to 1. It's pretty close, right? So the last thing that we need to do is this one, that we also need to maximize the x-axis for this, and the maximum of this will be the measure that we finally created, this is the top 1 sales. With that, we can make sure that these charts and these columns are the same values. One last thing is that for the lines, we can change the color. I think if we change it to a white, it's a little bit better. And we can also remove the data label for this, something like that. Okay, so we cannot see it twice. I think we don't need the legend. We can change the title to Sales of TopN Product versus Others, and just removing the title here. And here we are ready. We have the wanted format, and we are ready with the job. I think this is a very nice way to visualize TopN versus others, so I hope you can use it for your projects as well. So thank you very much, Roland, for the opportunity that we can do it together. And if you are interested in other videos of mine, please visit my website, that is adamperspectiveondata.com. Thank you for your attention. Cheers.
How good was that? Adam, thank you so much for sharing this amazing trick with us today. As you mentioned, it's another nice and most importantly, very useful way of presenting the TopN versus others pattern. If you want to download the final version of the file, make sure to check Adam's blog where you can download it. Again, Adam, thanks heaps for sharing this great database with us, and I cannot wait to have you on the channel again. Since you stayed till the end, I'm sure you found value in this video. If that's the case, please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to explore more of my tutorials like the ones listed here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.